7b, we have two different functions. Again, we want to do these two things. You want to be familiar and know how to do f of g and g of f both directions. The first one, we don't have any numbers in it, so we're going to work everything out with x, and we'll have an expression as our answer. So remember the definition for this. If it gives you that one, it really means this. So f of g of x means f, and you're going to put g of x inside. The g of x is this right here, x squared minus 6x plus 9. Let's put that in. So we want to do f of x squared minus 6x plus 9. So it's going to start out like that. So it means that we have to put all this in place of the x here in the formula for f. So that means that we have 1 over the square root. So normally I would have an x in there. I'm going to remove the x and I have a blank like this. Replace it with x squared minus 6x plus 9. Now it says here for the instructions, fully factor and simplify your answer. So we do have to do that with this one. So we have to do another step here. We're going to do square root. Now inside I can factor this one, and that's going to go into x plus 3, or x minus 3 rather, x minus 3 and x minus 3. So I have that as that one, okay, as factored. Now I can do one more thing as far as simplifying is concerned. I can write that as 1 over square root x minus 3 quantity squared, and the square root is going to take care of the square here, leaving you with 1 over x minus 3. Now it's very important to note that when you do something like this, you can't just arbitrarily square both things without there being an equation. So you can't just square the top and bottom and get rid of it. That wouldn't give you the right answer. So you can't just square that automatically to get rid of it. The reason why the square root goes away is because this square root will cancel the square there, leaving with x minus 3 to the first power. So this 1 over x minus 3, that would be your answer for f of g of x. Let's take a look at this one. Now this is a numerical example, and so the way that would be, if we want to rewrite it, it would look like this. So it means g of f of 1. So I'm going to do this all with numbers. So first thing I want to do is find what f of 1 is equal to, because that's what I have inside the parentheses here. Once I figure out what f of 1 is, I can replace it with the numerical value and then get the answer. F of 1 means we're going to put a 1 into the f here in place of x. So it's going to be 1 over square root of 1, which is going to give you a 1. So I can replace everything in here. So instead of g of f of 1, I'm going to replace f of 1 with the answer I got. And so I'm left with a g of 1 I need to find. And once I find that, that will be my answer. G of 1 means I'll put a 1 into this formula here. So we're going to do 1 squared minus 6 times 1 plus 9. And when we do that, g of 1 is equal to, so we just have to work this one out here. We'll get 10 minus 6 is going to give you 4, and that would be the numerical value. So 4 would be the answer to the whole thing. G of f of 1 is equal to 4.